I'm on the roof, hanging my clothes. This lady was just singing. Maybe she'll sing again. Last night I went to jujitsu in my neighborhood. People have been like, "You're staying in Obrera?" And then they're also like, "It's not safe." But now I'm living in Obrera. I'm staying here, and that is not the case. Like, there's different levels of safety. People want to visit Mexico City and get falling down drunk and, could walk home at 1 a.m. and have nothing happen to them. And that's a different requirement of safety than just like, I don't need that level because I'm not going to do that. I can walk to jujitsu and then leave jujitsu at 9:30 p.m. looking and smelling like I just rolled around on the ground in a pool of sweat for 2 hours. And then I can go sit at the street soap stand and the people are just like, "This girl needs a napkin." So people are just handing me napkins and helping me with my Spanish. That's all that's going on with that. And I don't walk down the street staring at my phone. And I talk to people as they're passing by. And there's other women walking at night at that time. So anyway, I've been going down more into Obrera and Doctores instead of up into Centro, which is like more of a touristy area. And I really love it. I don't know if I'm going to do this, but I've been looking at apartments to rent here. Because I sold my car, and in general, I'm not paying rent. Sometimes there's not anybody in my apartment and I have to pay rent, but usually no. So, maybe. It's a great neighborhood, really. Like, I was walking back from jujitsu and there was just like so much food on the street. I got a sope with cheese. Tonight I'll probably get a sope with egg. And they also have huacheres, which is like the tortilla has beans in it and they make it and cook it on the thing in front of you. So maybe I'll get that. And then on my way home I stopped at a bakery or pasteleria. I don't know how you say it. And I got a delicious, like, crusty croissant with chocolate and powdered sugar and, like, kind of cream in the middle. But not like, in America, I find those things to be too sweet and too much cream in the middle, too much filling. But this was Rico, 5 pesos. And then I walked home, took a shower, watched mobile home remodel on YouTube until I fell asleep. And then I have this friend. He was actually kind of my boss, safety and security in Liberia for 3 years, who, like, really, I spent a lot of time with him. He trained me a lot in safety and security, which is why I can stay in places like Obrera and be fine. But he also, towards the end, we were doing trainings together on new volunteers, and he's also just like, he is also just a great guy, person, Liberian man, always laughing, but like handled situations constantly for volunteers. I mean, stalking, assault, attempted robbery. He really put his ass on the line for a lot of people in Liberia. So he went to India to get spinal surgery because a lot of people leave Liberia for surgery. And just, it's a good idea for specialized surgeries. He has Peace Corps insurance, but he went to a private hospital in India. He developed complications after the surgery, spent time in ICU, but like culturally and just the hospital he was in has a policy that they stop giving you treatment if you have an unpaid bill. Which the fact that he had an unpaid bill after having, I mean, he works for the US government and he has really good insurance is like kind of astounding, but so they stopped giving him treatment at one point. That was bad. And then his savings, friends and family helped out, and then now that's like tapped out again, and so he's still in this hospital. They won't let him leave unless he pays the bill, which like sounds strange, right? But also if you operate a hospital where people are constantly traveling internationally, this abuela is smoking a cigarette and washing her clothes. Love it. If you have a hospital where people like travel internationally to get treatment, I can kind of see why you would have those practices. Not that it's ethical, but like, how are you going to follow up on that bill? People just go home to another country. How do you collect that? Anyway. So, because I was there for a while and have done GoFundMes before for Liberian people, they were looking, Peace Corps can't use GoFundMe. Peace Corps, people who work for Peace Corps cannot use GoFundMe for like legal reasons. So the Peace Corps staff actually asked us to ask for, well, first they asked this organization called Friends of Liberia to raise money for Prince to get out of this hospital in India and actually get home. He has like almost no money left in his life. But Friends of Liberia is a non-profit, so they actually also cannot they can't distribute funds to the hospital, which is a private entity. So they were asking former volunteers to do the GoFundMe. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And a bunch of other people said they would do it too, but because I already had the bank, my bank is already verified with GoFundMe because I've done GoFundMes before, they asked me to do it, and because then it would not be a delay for the verification process. I'm just now thinking about how this might impact my taxes next year. So the last 24 hours, I've just been like kind of wrapped up in that. Like reaching out to people, trying to figure out how to get money to India in a timely manner, like understanding just a lot about, I'm learning a lot about stuff like this right now. and like networking to get this situation handled both financially and like I don't understand what the shit is going on with this because I've never been to India and I don't know if this is like normal or like is there a way around this or like how can we do this? Can we send some sort of collateral? Like what? So just like working with the Peace Corps staff and other former volunteers and Friends of Liberia to get the situation handled, which is like kind of distracting me from my normal daily bullshit of like journaling and meditation, but also not that much. It's a good time for me to put a lot of energy into that because I have time right now and I am actually experienced in that, so that's going on. I'm gonna go do my mobility exercises and then go find some food, listen to my book, do my journaling. I just did my meditation on the roof. And yeah, love you.